So thank you very much for being here. We want to share something that is so special and also so important for us. We want to introduce our partners feel familiar with this brand new moment before we introduce it to the rest of the world. We aim to give you a great sense of ownership over the brand. So as Yelena says, I'm Francisca Cateto, Marketing Manager of Poynting Europe, and I'm honored to say that this will be the start of a new era. So we at Poynting Company, we are more real than ever. We are disruptive, we are innovative, and we are game changers. And this is critical that all partners truly understand the new brand and how to communicate it before it's introduced to the world at large. So you might have noticed right now that things look a little different around here. We have a new circle, we have a new typeface, but our commitment to connecting our customers with the rest of the world will never change. And it will remain at the very heart of who we are as Poynting. Our new brand will represent the core belief of offering proof, trustworthy and intelligently engineered connection to everyone. This is also embodies our mission to enable the global community to stay connected through our innovative, sustainable, and reliable technology. But how we will get there? We will get there by continuing to offer the very best technology on the market and assisting you guys to make the best choice in our antenna range, with the help, of course, of our knowledgeable employees, because we believe that the connection has the power to change us, and we have the power to change connection. But maybe you are wondering why we are doing this. We are doing this because we want, first, to emphasize our own identity. Second, because we want to rebrand to reflect our values. And then third, we want to increase our brand awareness. So we have a clear narrative to help people understand what we are as a brand, what we stand for, and why we are so relevant. And all of this in a way that sounds like a really storytelling. And you will see by the Andrew speech. So the storytelling will become our guide when we speak and when we create content to you guys. So everyone should have humanity and soul at the same time. And speaking about these two concepts, Andre, can you please share with us the storytelling circles that will definitely help us to humanize our brand?
Thanks a lot, Francisca. Just one of the first things that I want to say to people, you often get like a rebranding type of exercise in companies where people almost now invent type of things. In our case, it's not that. It's just that we've been a company run by technical people, started by techies, and up to now we always just showed our technical side. We said to people, you know, we technically great, and we do believe we are, and our focus was on that. But of course, when we started looking at things in more detail, it's almost been a very interesting journey for myself. Why is the company what it is? It is surprising. It's a company started in South Africa, and it really, wherever we look, we really are managing to do products that's quite different. And then we just looked at the whys, and this is the story. We do believe that there's much more to Poynting than those technical aspects, and we also want to take Poynting into the future where we'll stay focused on the technical stuff, but we want to encompass much more of humanity, which I think we've done, but we want to put it clear out there that people understand who we are and what we are as people, and not only as techies sitting in a lab designing antennas. So I think we can go to the backdrop, which is sort of the introduction if you're doing your storytelling. I'm just waiting because so everyone can see it. So the backdrop is certainly that we believe and we are authentic visionary creators. We've always been. It's the way we started. We started the company at the time that people said, how on earth can you start a cost-effective consumer antenna company in a place like South Africa? So it's in our DNA. We just believed that we could do it. And I think we've done great things since then. So let's take the second point. Here we're saying we side with innovators, and I suppose innovation is just so key. Who take initiative, sorry. Innovators and initiative are both important. Innovators are different to inventors. I believe primarily we innovators, we do invent, but innovation means inventions or new things, which is not necessarily novel, but it's new applications, new ways of doing things that works for people. In other words, it's stuff that actually works rather than just a theoretical invention. And when I say we sit side by side with innovators, of course, I firstly speak to the people that we employ. But what we've discovered is that we've got innovative customers, and we love innovative customers. In other words, customers that help us understand the world. Because for us, I've often said I prefer people telling me what their problem is rather than telling me exactly what they want. Because I do believe if they give me the problems, which are, and sometimes innovative or interesting problems they encounter, we can adapt and get together and find a solution that's perhaps different to what people would just have told us if they tell us what they want. So the same with our suppliers. And I tell you now, we've got suppliers that's very innovative. And we search them out. We search people out that has got this type of spirit. And not everyone needs, not every customer, but we love to talk to customers overall, and especially the ones that has got this type of spirit. Yeah, now the storytelling plot line. And the plot line, I suppose, has always been in a company. Fortune favors the brave. And it's difficult. We aren't reckless, but we're certainly doing in the business of doing things disruptively and evolve and change. So often in terms of business sense, when we were still a listed company, people almost got worried because we're trying so many new and different things. I do believe that's key to the company. And I often say the informal motto of the company is rather ask forgiveness than ask permission. Very few CEOs will say that to people, but I believe that unless we let people try things out and forgive them if there's mistakes, they won't truly feel liberated enough to do the type of things that they believe could work. So the pointing people, and pointing people, by the way, over time, and I've been with the company now a long time, you'd find some very good people in terms of CVs, but just don't fit into the company, because we do find that the company is very non-hierarchical, and we want people to go into a piece of work and almost find their own way of doing it. Sometimes very awkward for people, but we found, for example, now with COVID, when we worked offline, the company had its best 2 years ever. And I believe it's that culture that we've got where people work on own initiative and not with someone sitting looking over their shoulders. So they find their own problems, they solve their own problems, they collaborate with everyone. And I think one of our biggest aims in going forward is really to become a global company. We do at the moment export about 80 to 85% of our products, but we really want to become global, the European office, the USA office, and we're hoping to start some other regional offices and even start moving some of our R&D international. So we want to be part of the global community, not just a South African company selling the products globally. Yeah, pointing style, I suppose it relates to some of the earlier parts. We didn't come this far to only come this far. We are mavericks. I hate to say that because not everyone would love that, but certainly inside the companies we Mavericks, we do have people that moderate it so that for you as customers, we keep the good QA systems and so forth. But inside the company, there's Mavericks, disruptors, and game changers. And I keep on saying, I read a book on Amazon by Jeff Bezos. He's got this term, we want to stay with day one. Actually, one of their buildings are called day one. That meaning that companies, when they start, they typically are extremely innovative and then they stagnate. And it's that urge to stay in that day one. In other words, to stay in that innovative spirit of always starting doing the next new thing rather than just stabilizing and now you're doing well and start to get formal in the normal sense. That's also why we keep the company non-hierarchical and keep the freedom for everyone to do things. Yeah, the strategic positioning, and at first for me it was it was a mental thing because we said making wireless happen. That was our proud slogan, and certainly we're not going to stop doing that. It's just that making wireless happen is a very narrow statement. It says what we do and what we're good at, and I think the new one really appeals to me, the Beyond the Connected Life, because this is really saying we're now looking at things more globally. If necessary, we don't only make antennas, and we're certainly starting to move in that area where we're trying to get solutions together, sometimes with partners and otherwise, but we're becoming solution oriented. In other words, helping people to get connected in many ways, not even just using wireless, talking in terms of talking and other means, but we're looking at the world from a global perspective, no longer just from designing. Product perspective. Thank you very much. Back to Francisca.
Thank you, Andre. So our marketing, as you know, is very focused on the human-centeredness, but our identity system should be bold and unique, just like our antennas. So in terms of communication pillars, we have these four. So curious about connection, elegant solution, humanize and mindful. Curious about connecting. I mean, this is how we make the point B, the point A talk better to the point B. This is what we stand for. And so we always need to understand how the things can connect better. This is our why. This is, it's like our reason for existing. Then we move to the second communication pillar, the humanize. So the customer need is always solved by our products. And we recognize that our products sometimes are very technical, but at Poynting, we strive to respect the product and we try to package it in a way that fits to the human consumption. So our tech is driven by the real human things. We have this responsibility to position our tech through your eyes, through the eyes of the customers. The last two communication pillars that we have the elegant solution, which is not complete until it's humanized. We are really, or we try to be really committed to the practical thing in a world where you as a customer expect every time the tech to connect. So in every aspect of the business, if there's an elegant alternative, Poynting will definitely strive to achieve it. The last but not the least, the mindful impact. I mean, every activities that we do or we did affect in our people, affect in our place, our products and our process, and at the same time in our planet. But just before we introduce you to something really brand new, our brand, tell me please, for you, which word best describes our brand? Please try to do more or less the same logic as Yelena told us. So click on the link if you want. You can click on the link and write this number that you can see, 616593, or you can use your phone to scan the QR code, and then you can write the word. Let me.
And please, I would encourage people, just for our own fun, please do it. Just scan and type in what comes in your mind when you think of the brand, whether that's nice for us. Ah, beautiful. Very nice, just to see what other people, how other people see us.
Very good. Beautiful, reliable, innovative.
You may also put some not so nice stuff. Blue skies, I like that one.
Superior performance. Excellent. Great, great, great.
This thing is jumping so much, I have to search.
Yes. What a great cloud
nice.
of words. Future-proof, high quality, elegant.
I love the beautiful. That's most probably the best. I know when I started saying the antennas must be beautiful, the engineers wanted to kill me because they said, you know, a box is a box is a box. And I don't know, beauty is important, I think, in everything in life. Makes us feel happier.
Antenna pioneers. Wow. Effectivity.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate some of these coming up. Makes me really feel quite happy.
Very good. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everyone. And then, so in fact, we use one or two words that you mentioned before. So we will use in our new slogan, and as Andrew says, we will keep in our minds that we will continue to making wireless happen for sure. But we want to go further. We want to move to more one step. So we will use this beyond a connected life. And this will be our slogan that refers to our core business objective, which is the connectivity. But let's try to split the slogan so you can have a more powerful idea about it. So we have the first one, the beyond. The beyond. So Poynting will become, or will try to become now much more conscious about the future proofing in a way that you will see the tech to connect much beyond. Then the word connected. So what is the Poynting core business? It's connectivity, right? And what is the customer benefit? Of course, a better connection. So our offer will allow for a better, a faster, and a clear and a more stable connections. And the humanizing thing, the word life. Every day, your requirements as a partner are seamlessly integrated into something durable, long-lasting, and robust antenna. So this always brings to a beautiful quote, which is, it's not the only pointing antenna that you will ever buy, but it will be the last antenna you will ever buy. So our creative language consists in those assets that you will see now. And we want you to recognize these next assets. So our visual assets have meaning. They tell us a story to us. So let's start with our new brand logo. Thinking of it as a visual shorthand for what we stand for and for what we believe. First, it embodies connection, but it also combines the communication pillars that I've shown to you and the plot line that Andre told us about. The pointing logo will be composed by the orbit, the O, which you can see here in this slide. And this orbit is we will be our core iconic brand asset. This simple circular will bring life a sense of connection. Our orbit will also inspire multiple circular symbols to use in all types of our messages. And so about the company name, we will uppercase the company name, which will displays a very good sense of confidence, expertise, and knowledge. The horizontal logo or the original logo is the primary logo, and it should be used in most of the situations. But yes, we are more or less like a bamboo logic. We are strong and flexible. So these are the variations. The orbit and the logo have a very specific placement relationship within all the logo. As you can see, this creates a solid lockup and allows us for create other type of elements. We aim to use the orbit in communications as much as possible in one of these following ways, as you can see, as a bold graphic shape housing a headline, as a pattern, as a repeated pattern, and as a focal point in photos and actually in videos. So to try to match that bright and bold idea, we have a joyful new color scheme that is inspired by every technology and humanity has to offer. So our palette is built around the following colors: the orange, which represents innovation and optimism, the blue, trust and confidence, the turquoise, creativity, and the gray, which will represent the knowledge and expertise. So our brand is bold, or he will be bold, vibrant, and innovative. So we use these specific colors to signal these particular emotions in all of our communications. Technology isn't a physical thing. Technology is a tool for a better world. And Poynting is not on the business just to making things. Poynting is in the business of developing tech and make the things better. So let's see our next steps. We will launch our new look on 21st of February, and you will see that on that day. And in that specific day, you will also receive our brand asset pack, which includes the logo banners, the new branded documents, and you also will have access to a new website look and feel. So we will communicate all these backdrop, plotline, viewpoint, characters, and pointing style in the next few months. You all know that in the past years, everything changed, the logistics, the distribution channels, but the values that we defend, the value guys, those things shouldn't change. So Poynting believe that the people that has passion can change the world for a better one. And of course, we had the opportunity to work with you in some big and in some small ways. So we need to honor you as a person as a people that is passionate about change the world. So we hope we can touch your soul with this presentation. And we also hope you feel the same way about it as we feel. So we really appreciate your time. And if you have questions, feel free to ask on chat. And now I will pass the word to Yelena.
Thank you very much, Francisca and Andre. If anyone wants to make comments or got any questions, you're welcome to use the chat box and let us know if there's any feedback. Otherwise, we can let you go on this. Is it Wednesday afternoon? I've got the right day. It's always important, yeah. On this Wednesday afternoon, I'm not seeing any comments at the moment, but I'm going to give it another minute. Fantastic job pointing from Bianca. Thanks, Bianca.
Thanks, Bianca.
It looks great, says Louise from Soulwise. Thank you very much, Louise. We like your podcast. I won't push your podcast so much, but we like it. I listened to it the other day. Very nice. Chert says thanks very much. And great work and presentation. Thank you, Chert. Justin asks, will AI versions of the logo be included in the marketing pack?
All what versions?
No, it's AI, it's Acrobat, whatever, I think. Isn't it? Am I right?
It's Adobe. We will include high resolutions of the logo, yes.
Sorry, I'm not in that game, yeah. Thanks a lot for the compliments. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Marlene. Marlene says she loves the new look. I'm not getting a full name. Risky saying we're looking forward to the new look of Poynting. Very excited. Daniela Muentu says congratulations. Thank you. Let me just go down again.
What does he mean by first we take Manhattan?
Where are you now? You're going to Falls. Wait.
I'm just seeing them popping up.
Then we take Berlin. You must wait till the end.
Then we take Berlin. Okay.
So I'm not sure if I've read everyone. I think so. But thanks everyone for the kind words. And Andre and Francisca, if you've got anything else to say, you're welcome to say it. But otherwise, I can end the webinar.
Thanks
Sebastian
very much,
says, thank you for this amazing presentation. Julian Sinigi. Thank you, Julian.
Thanks, Julian. And then we'll really try to live up to what we're saying. I think that's the crux of it. It doesn't help to have nice, fancy words. Hopefully the actions will pull it through. Thanks very much, Sebastian. I want to also say thanks very much to what I call our online dream team. I refuse to call them just the marketing people. They've done all of this. They put all the inputs, but once again, they individually pulled everything together. It's a wonderful, wonderful effort. I'm really proud to be associated with it.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful evening and rest of your day. And I'm going to end the webinar now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.